Welcome to Civil Engineering Online. Subject is design of pre-stressed concrete structures. Today's video is module 2 related to losses of pre-stress. Topic will be problems on losses of pre-stress related to friction and anchorage slip. So let us begin with the today's problems. So the problem will be continued from the previous videos. Let us take this as a problem number 1 for the today's video as question number 6 for total video. A concrete beam of 10 meters span, 100 wide and 300 deep is pre-stressed by 3 cables. The area of each cable is 200 square and the initial stress in the cable is 1200 Newton per square. Cable 1 is parabolic with eccentricity of 50 above the centroid at the supports and 50 below the center of span. Cable 2 is also parabolic with zero eccentricity at supports and 50 below the centroid at the center of span. Cable 3 is straight with uniform eccentricity of 50 below the centroid. If the cables are tensioned from one end only, estimate the percentage loss of stress in each cable due to friction. Assume mu equal to 0.35 and k is equals to 0.0015 per meter. So in this problem they have given us a span of 10 meter and 3 cables are there. All 3 cables are post tensioned. We have to think that because it is a frictional loss, we have to finding out friction loss is going to act only in the post tensioned members. So under this post tensioned member 3 cables are there. Cable 1 is 50 above the centroid and 50 below the centroid at mid span and support span. Cable 2 is parabolic with zero eccentricity at supports and 50 below the centroid at the center of span. Cable 3 is straight with a uniform eccentricity of 50 below the centroid. If the cable are tensioned one end only, the cables are tensioned from one end only, estimate the percentage loss of stress in each cable due to the friction. Assume the coefficient of friction, that is mu, they have given as 0.35 and k is given as 0.015. So let us begin in the solution part. So beginning in the solution part, we can see that this way will be the post tensioning is done. One end is fixed and it is moving in a parabolic nature, and another end will be the jacking part where it will be moving. Now the jacking part will be the initial pre-stress P naught we have to take, and final pre-stress it is Px. So because why we are taking Px means the cable is going to have the two types of forces, one in x direction, one in y direction. So the forces which are acting in y direction in the cable we are not going to consider. We are going to consider the forces which are acting in the horizontal direction of the cable, which are parallel to the length of the beam. So that is taken as Px. Now this Px, how they are, we are going to consider. So from jacking end, if we draw a tangent, and from the mid span at the bottom of the cable in the center span below the eccentricity, if we draw the tangent, the tangents where the two are meeting, that tangent will have a small angle. That angle we are knowing it as an alpha. This we call it as an cumulative angle from both the ends, not for only one end, it is from the both the ends of the cumulative angle. And span, we are going to consider this as full span, or if it is a x. So when we consider for here a half span, this will be the alpha, and if we consider for the full span, so one tangent is coming from here, one tangent is coming from here, and here we are able to have the 2 times of total alpha of the particular value. So moving for the problem, so equation of parabola is given by y equals to 4e by L square x into L minus x. So when we consider slope at the ends at x equals to 0, at x equals to 0 at this particular point, So x will be going away and that part we have to consider. So dy by dx, differentiating y with respect to x, when we do that time we comes to know that 4e by l square into bracket l minus 2 times x it will be becoming. So which will be again when x equals to 0, this part is considered as x equals to 0. So L is nowhere we are going to consider. So 4e by L square divided by L will be there. So 1 L gets cancelled because of the denominator L is going to consider here. This part the differentiation is going to consider. That time we will be remaining only with the 4e by L. So in this part when we are able to substitute for the cable number 1. So in cable number 1 we can see the eccentricity how much it is given. So finding out that particular part, slope at the end will be equals to 4 into 10, 4 into 10 divided by 10 into 100. So that is 10 meters into 100 that we have to consider. 4 into 10 we will consider that it comes as to be 0.04 radians. So 10 is what we have to consider in the part of the particular problem is. So this slope at end 4 into 10 divided by 10 into 100. So this eccentricity is 50 mm plus 50 mm. So this is above the supports at the centroid. So here at the centroid it is above the supports 50 mm and below the supports here 50 mm. So this 50 mm plus this 50 mm total is 100 mm, which we have taken in centimeters as 100 mm represents 10 centimeters, and the distance total beam length is 10 meters multiplied by 100 will give us 1000 centimeters. So we can write this value into mm also. So if we write it in mm also, it will be 4 into 100 divided by 10 into 1000. So where we are able to have the slope at the end is equal to 0.04 radians. So this cumulative angle alpha now we have to calculate. So this cumulative angle alpha is like this. The cumulative angle between the tangents alpha is equals to 2 times. So both the ends it will be coming on this side also and on this side also. So 2 into 0.04, which comes out to be to 0.08 radians. So this is the slope of the particular one end, and this is the total cumulative angle alpha from both the sides of supports which we are able to have the alpha. Now this part of the figure is what the problem is having. So first cable, second cable and third cable. The first cable is above 50 mm and the having at the center 50 mm below. So this 50 mm plus this 50 mm comes out to be total 100 mm, which I have taken it as 100 mm equals to 10 centimeters. So similarly for the 10 meters I have taken it as 1000 centimeters. So make that clarity. So for cable number 2, now for cable number 2, please see this cable in this figure, cable number 2. So slope at the end of this cable number 2 is 50 mm from the mid span. So I have taken it as 5 centimeters divided by 10 into 100, that is 10 meters into converting it to centimeters 100. So 10 into 100, which comes out to be 1000 centimeters of the span. So the radians is 0.02 radians. So therefore cumulative angle between the tangents, so these two tangents alpha is equals to 2 times 0.02, which comes out to be 0.04 radians. Initial pre-stressing force in each cable. So now P naught we have to calculate as I have shown in the previous figure. P naught. So 1200 into 200 is the particular area of one cable. So area of one cable and 200 1200 is the pre-stress. So initial pre-stressing force will be as 2,40,000, that is 240 kilonewtons we can say, or 240 into 10 raised to 3 newtons we are able to write it. So now if Px is equals to, so Px was acting at the mid span in horizontal direction. Px is pre-stressing force stress in the cable at the farther end we take it at the mid span. So now Px is equals to, in frictional formula. So this is the frictional formula. Px is equals to P naught into e raised to, in bracket, minus of mu alpha plus k into x. So this we can find out in the particular IS 1343 friction, that is for the friction of post tensioned members. So for small values of mu alpha plus kx, so this is very small. Small means not more than very large. So if we consider with relation to the particular height of the eccentricity, that is the depth of the eccentricity, or the particular eccentricity which we consider for cable 1 also, from here to here if it is only 10 centimeters, from here to here it is of total around 500 centimeters. So 10 centimeters divided by 500 centimeters, if we do, we are able to understand what is the value of alpha is how much small. So this small value we can write it as Px is equals to P naught in bracket 1 minus, in bracket, mu alpha plus k into x, bracket closed. So this value when we write it for loss of stress will be becoming, so loss of stress will become as Px as this particular equation, P naught into bracket 1 minus into bracket mu alpha plus k into x, so bracket closed. So for now same we are going to calculate for cable number 1. So understand one thing, cable number 3 is not having any type of deviation because it is a straight tendon. Straight tendon it is acting, there is no parabolic action in the cable number 3. Cable 1 when we calculate, so this is the value of the particular cable number 1, which comes out to be this part of value 0.035 into mu calculation, 1 is not deducted, into 10 meter we are taking the tension in the length of the total span 10 meter I have considered. So value is calculated, alpha we have calculated it as the total cumulative radiance, 0.35 and 0.0015 is given in the question value. So this is mu value, this is k value, for 1 meter it is given, so we have to multiply it for 10 meters, so total length of the beam will be considered. So it comes out to be 0.043 P naught. So when we multiplied that 0.043 into the particular value of pre-stressing force, we are able to have that particular value as, you are able to see that the value comes out to be around 51.6 Newton per mm square. 51.6 Newton per mm square is the loss of stress in cable number 1, which is easily known to us for the particular part. So this 51.6 Newton per mm square is the frictional loss in cable number 1. Similarly for the cable number 2 we have to find out. So before that, going for cable number 2, I have calculated the percentage loss in cable number 1. So that is 51.6 divided by initial stress as 1200 Newton per mm square multiplied by 100, which comes out to be 4.3 percentage. So going to cable number 2, similarly we have calculated with the alpha value changing with a cumulative angle between the two tangents as 0.04 and all other thing is remaining. So we got the value of cable number 2 stress is 34.8 Newton per mm square. So the percentage loss in this particular cable is having 2.9 percentage. So moving to third part, the third cable we are having. So here the same consideration we are considering 0.04 of the particular cable. So similarly for the cable number 3 we are having the formula as P naught is equals to 0.35 into 0 plus 0.0015 into 10. So this k into x is for the 10 meter span, and whereas the mu multiplied by alpha. So for cable number 3 we don't have any slope because it is a straight cable. So there is no slope action in cable number 3. So we are only remaining with the 0.015 P naught. which is multiplied with 1200, we are able to have the value as 18 Newton per mm square. So the percentage loss of the cable number 3 is 18 divided by 1200 into 100, which comes out to be 2.9 percentage. So this was the problem number 6, which we have able to solve with the 3 cables with regarding to frictional loss. So now moving to question number 7, wherein a post-tensioned concrete beam 200 mm and 450 mm is prestressed by circular cable. Total area is 800 mm square with 0 eccentricity at the ends and 150 mm at the centers. The span of the beam is 10 meters. The cable is to be stressed from one end such that an initial stress of 840 Newton per mm square is available in the unjacked end immediately after anchoring. Determine the stress in the wires at the jacking end and the percentage loss of stress due to friction. So here two types of forces are there. Immediate after anchoring we have to determine the wires at the jacking end and the percentage loss of stress due to friction. So coefficient of friction of a curvature effect is given as 0.6. It is a total phi which they have given already, and the if radius of r, so radius of the circular cable, it is a circular cable, then r minus 0.15 square plus phi square equals to r square, which we are going to consider this as the particular Pythagoras theorem as of the circular theorem we consider this. So this r radius, that is eccentricity, is 150 mm. This is 0.015 150 mm. Radius minus 0.15 is the vertical distance and width is, in this way, it is 10 meters. If I am able to show you this part, so let us consider here the radius point. So radius point straight, if we go here, this part, and the particular cable is like this way, and we are able to have the radius at the end as this one is equals to particular of the r value, and this is also r value. But when we meet at the centroidal axis, the centroidal axis is somewhere here, so the centroidal axis comes out to be like this. This part of centroidal axis is having the eccentricity of E value. That E value is 150 mm, here what it is shown. So now we are able to deduct this part, and remaining, this is the total eccentricity value. This is R and this is R minus 0 1.5, and this distance from the half of the beam, we consider it as half of the span as 10 divided by 2, 5 meters. So making this, we are able to calculate the R value, R square, which gives R as 84 meters for the particular cable. Solution part, moving to solution part in the question. So moving to solution part, if alpha equals to angle between the horizontal and the tangent drawn to the cable at the supports, then, so which we have seen in the previous problem. So sin alpha is equals to, so very small it is, sin alpha is how much, we are able to see this. So sin alpha we are able to calculate for this particular value, phi divided by radius r, which is phi divided by 84, which comes out to be 0.06 radians. So this is the same cable as for the previous problem, only the same figure which we will be having. So here this is 150 mm, in particular from here to here we are able to have the radius, this as the distance of x, which is 5 meters. The cumulative angle between the tangents to the cable at supports, so alpha is equals to 2 into 0.06, which comes out to be 0.12 radians. So given px at the unjacked end as 840 Newton per mm square, and P naught is equals to initial stress at the jacking end. So Px is equals to P naught 1 minus 0.16 into 0.12, the particular value of alpha, and the initial stress, which is able to 0.003 into 10, which comes out to be 0.898 P naught. So now calculating the value of P naught is equals to So Px is known to us in the question, which is of 840 Newton per mm square. Stress at the unjacked end we are going to consider, which is at the middle of the section here. This is jacked end, this is unjacked end, or we can consider this as unjacked end, this part. So Px is going and moving in this direction. So Px is known to us, given in the question as 840 Newton per mm square. Now we are going to calculate the P naught. So earlier here in this formula Px was there and P naught was given to us. So Px is to be determined. Now we have to find out P naught. So this value we determine, this value we are making cross multiplication, so we are able to have P naught is equals to Px divided by 0.898. 840 divided by 0.898 is comes out to be 935.41. So rounding it off to 940 Newton per mm square. So when we round it off, so loss of stress in the cable is 940 minus 840, so 100 Newton per mm square of loss in the stress is there. So percentage loss of stress is 100 divided by 940. This is initial stress now into 100 comes out to be 10.6 percentage. So this was the problem number 7 of this particular losses of pre-stress. So moving to problem number 8. So in problem number 8, a post-tensioned cable of a beam 10 meter long is initially tensioned to a stress of 1000 Newton per mm square at one end. If the tendons are curved so as to that slope is 1 in 24 at each end. So they are giving here slope 1 in 24 at each end. So 1 in 24 at each end means how we have to calculate is the question which comes in our mind first of all. So with an area of 600 mm square, calculate the loss of pre-stress due to friction given the following data. So the following data is like this: coefficient of friction between the duct and cable is 0.55. Friction coefficient for wave effect is 0.0015 per meter during anchoring if there is a slip of 3 mm. So they have mentioned as a slip of how much 3 mm is already they are got a slip at the jacking end. Calculate the final force in the cable and the percentage loss of pre-stress due to the frictional and slip. Es is equals to 210 kilonewton per mm square. So only they have given modulus of elasticity of steel, not the modulus of elasticity of concrete. So we are have to calculate the modulus of elasticity of concrete if we require in the particular calculation. So moving to solution part, total change of a slope from end to end. So total change of a slope from end to end means from one end to end. So 1 upon 24, how many ends are there? 2 ends. So each end it is 1 by 24. So 2 ends are there. So that is start end, the finish end we can consider to 2 into 1 divided by 24, which comes out to be 1 divided by 12 we have to consider. So mu into alpha if we calculate. So mu is given as here 0.55. So 0.55. So alpha is what now? The slope 1 divided by 12. So it comes out to be 0.046. Then k into x. K into x is per meter, it is 0.0015 per meter. So 10 meter distance of beam is there, so we are able to have that value as 0.015. So now if P naught is equals to pre-stress at the tensioning or jacking end, loss of pre-stress due to friction is equals to P naught in bracket mu alpha plus kx. So this comes out to be around 61 Newton per mm square. So a small mistake here. 61 Newton per mm square, which comes out to be. So slip at the jacking end. So slip they have already given as us as 3 mm, which is PL upon AE. So we know that slip means the change in the length. So we have almost seen that PL by AE formula is coming from our past subjects also, the different subjects such as strength of materials and all things. So PL by AE, that is here we consider it as slipping at the jacking end 3 mm. So this problem continues where P is force in the cable corresponding to the slip. and therefore P is equals to, so PL by E we are considering. So now PL by E is cross written with respect to 3 mm. So PL by E we are going to write it, A into E is multiplied here 2 into 10 raised to 3 into 600 divided by L is what, 10 meter into 1000 in mm. So V now comes to P value as 37,800 newtons, which is 37.8 kilonewtons. So loss of force due to friction is 600 into 61. 600 into 61 what we have calculated in the particular frictional loss. So that comes out to be 36,600 newtons. So 36.6 kilonewtons. So total loss of friction due to friction and slip is adding of the two values. So this comes out to be 74.4 kilonewtons. So final friction in the cable is 600 minus 74.4, round off is nearly about 525.6 kilonewtons. So we can round off the values also. The percentage loss of pre-stress comes out to be 74.4 divided by 600 multiplied by 100 is nearly about 12.4 percentage. So that was the three problems related to friction and anchorage slip. So hope you have understood the problems. If you have any doubts, you have any clarifications, you are to comment in the comment box and also ask the questions related to particular problems. So these problems as of now are having more, another will be for the problems of losses of pressures. So thank you for watching the video and stay safe, stay at your home.